neighbors on its borders, bordering Malaysia. There are 5 neighbors. We have Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Brunei. They are very close neighbors. They have a common border with us. And almost all of them have got problems about claiming part of Malaysia's, what is considered by Malaysia to be Malaysian. They all have claims on them. We could have gone to war. We could have bought a lot of fighter planes and bombs and rockets and go to war and fight them so that we can retain our property, our rights. But Malaysia decided not to go to war. It's because we are cowards. We don't like to go to war. We don't like to be killed. We don't like to be wounded. And therefore, we try to solve our problem through other means, through peaceful means. Among the first things that we did was to try and work out some kind of relationship with our neighbors. And so we created ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. There are 10 Southeast Asian nations, and Malaysia is one of them and has conflicts with 5 others. So, having become a member of ASEAN, we now can meet the ASEAN leaders. There is a Malay saying that tak kenal maka tak cinta. If you don't know people, you don't love people. You have to know people. You know, when you sometimes have ill feelings against someone, but then he comes up to you, shakes your hand and says, how are you? You look well and all that. You soften up a little bit. So when you form ASEAN, it enables the leaders of Malaysia and its neighbors to come together, to sit down and talk to each other, not like enemies, but as members of the same group. That's the first step. We came together and decided that we should know each other. Now, having known each other, we turn our attention to the conflicts between us. There is firstly the conflict with Thailand, between Malaysia and Thailand, where a triangular bit of sea on the northeast coast is claimed by both Thailand and Malaysia. We tried to negotiate and told Thailand, look, this is our sea, not yours. But Thailand says, no, it is our sea, not yours. And we talk and talk and talk and talk for years and years. And then we had a nice Prime Minister in the person of my predecessor, Tun Hussein On. He established good relations with the Prime Minister of Thailand. At that time, I think it was General Griamsa. And they got together and decided between the two of them, with the knowledge of their cabinet, that instead of having this claim bugging our relation forever, let's settle this claim. How to settle this claim? Well, their answer was, let's share. Let's share. This is the Malaysian approach to things. We always share. Kongsi in Chinese. We like to share. Let's share 50-50. Anything that we get from the sea in that area will be shared 50-50 between Thailand and Malaysia. And we ratified that agreement. Today, that area produces a lot of gas. It is produced by Petronas, and it is shared between Thailand and Malaysia 50-50. No war. We haven't killed a single Thai, nor have the Thais killed a single Malay. That's a resolution to conflict, conciliation. We decided that we should share, and that's the end of conflict. Today, no one talks about it anymore, and we are enjoying the benefits from the production of gas, both Malaysia and Thailand. Then we have a problem with Indonesia, our other neighbor. They are a big country, population 240 million. Malaysia is a tiny country with a population of 24, 25 million. We are 1/10 their size. Obviously, we cannot go to war against them. You see, they just have to walk over us and that's the end of us. So, what do? We negotiated with them. We told them, look, you have 17,000 islands. Can't you agree that these 2 islands out of 17,000 belong to Malaysia? Very reasonable. This was during my time when I was Prime Minister. And of course, for nasty things, I always send my deputy. So I sent my deputy, Tun Ghaffar Baba, to go and see President Suharto and told Suharto, you have 17,000 islands. We are claiming only 2. You don't feel anything. The answer was different. The answer was, not 1 square inch of Indonesia will be surrendered to Malaysia. Oh, very strong. So what do? Well, I decided to build up a big air force, armed forces, and fight against Indonesia. But I did not do that. I had the authority as Prime Minister to do silly things, but I didn't. So we haggled and haggled with Indonesia, and finally we said, look, we can never reach agreement. The only way to do this thing is to take the matter to the World Court. But both of us must agree that we take the matter to the World Court. And so we did. We went to the World Court. And the World Court, which is made up of very wise judges and all that, they decided that Sipadan and Ligatan belongs to Malaysia. Finish. No more conflict. Of course, Indonesians got long faces. Malaysians have a broad smile because we got this. And then there is this conflict with Singapore over a rock in the sea. It's not an island, it's a rock. We say it is ours. Singapore said it is theirs. I mean, with Singapore, we could have gone to war because it's a small place, only 5 million people. See, so we argued and argued, but we got nowhere. So finally, we agreed, we go to the World Court again. Both agreed, we will accept whatever the World Court decides. And we went there to the World Court and make our presentation. But you know, judges, sometimes they're not very smart. Can you imagine it? They awarded this rock to Singapore. Isn't it silly? It's Malaysian territory, but okay. Since we have decided to accept the decision of the World Court, so we accepted. So that rock is now part of Singapore. Of course, they are tiny islands, so they need the rock. We can do without the rock. And then we have a dispute with Brunei. There Brunei speak the same language as we do. They are small and we talk with them. Eventually, we decided, okay, we'll operate this place together. It is yours, but we operate. So that settles the problem. Then there is the Philippines claim to Sabah, not British, not Borneo. They say it is theirs, we say it is ours. A lot of people are there. They can come and take it if they want. But I think they have decided not to take it. But on the other hand, it is a nice political issue for politicians in the Philippines. Even though they know that they can't get in, it's good to keep the thing alive. So they get popular by claiming that they have a right to Sabah. We don't mind because they don't do anything about it. So that's a way of solving conflicts between nations. It's through negotiation. If that fails, we can go for arbitration. If that fails, we can go to the World Court. I hope we never have to go to war with our neighbors. So, we accept reality. We accept that there are things we can do and there are things that we cannot do. And we accept what we cannot do, we will not do. What we can do, we will do. And going to war is something that we cannot do because we are cowards. We don't want to die anymore. We want to live and enjoy life. So, if there is any lesson to be learned on conflicts and conciliation, the Malaysian government, I offer you the Malaysian solution. It is a good solution. We are very happy that we played some role in the reconciling the people in southern Philippines with their central government. And if there is anything we can do in order to reconcile people in conflict, we would like to do because we love peace and we hate war. War is very primitive. War justifies the conflicts in the past among primitive people. They don't know anything better. We call ourselves civilized people. And yet what do? We declare war. Sometimes we don't even declare war, we just kill people. Just imagine in our society, if you have a difference between two of you, the way to solve it, you take a gun and shoot the other person. That is before he shoots you. You see, so what kind of society would there be if people can kill people who are in conflict with them? There will be no real security for anyone, or even for the man who probably is very skilled at shooting and killing. He will kill his opponent, but he himself will be killed by others. I thank you.